Hello, I'm Mike Griffiths, Technical Manager for Retigo UK, and today we're going to have a look how to strip our oven down. We've got two stages. We've got 760mm very quickly, and we've got 725 with just a little bit more effort. I get asked this question a lot from our distributors and the people who are interested in the oven, because it's a wide oven, wider than some in the kitchens. There's sort of this myth that's going around that we can't get our ovens down to a small size. In fact, I would say that we can get our oven stripped down smaller than most of our competitors. So here we go, let's see how we do it. So we'll start with the door. So the door is triple glazed glass. It's a very heavy part of the oven. My advice would be, if I was going to install the oven, or at least lift this onto the stand anyway, I would be looking to take this off anyway. There's a lot of reasons why engineers wouldn't want to take a door glass off, and that's mainly because when it comes to repositioning it all goes wrong. It starts to leak, they can't get it to seal, they don't know how it goes back on properly. That's a video for another day. We can show you a video on just how to position the door and get it smack on every time. But what we'll do, we'll focus on getting the oven stripped down at the moment. So we'll start by having the door closed, and obviously this is simulation because it would be on a pallet, it would be outside. So bear with me with this. So we'll take this top bolt off. Now, as we take this bolt off the top, we have got a brass insert on a spring. So when we release this brass insert on the spring, what we need to make sure is we keep our thumb over the top of this, because if we don't, when we release the door, the spring and the brass bolt is going to shoot out. So we'll carefully knock that down. We'll twist the door handle, thumb over the top, and we'll take the door away. Your door is between 35-45 kilos, depending on the oven size. So it's a great weight to get rid of at the start. Okay, I will start by taking my panel off. So there's an 8mm bolt underneath the panel, front panel. We will undo this. We lift the panel up, we turn the panel out. We undo a simple cable and we take the panel away. So now what are we left with? We've got a door striker. We've got a top hinge, we've got a bottom hinge. We'll take the top hinge first, so 13mm socket. We've got 3 bolts on the top, and basically we want to remove this. Notice that the hinge is nice and tight. You don't want any movement really when you're putting this back together. We've got a door that weighs between 35 and 45 kilos. So you want some strength up here. So what I'm going to do is I will turn this around. Okay. So I've turned that round, I've put the bolts back in temporarily. Okay. This next part, I'm going to show you a little trick. So this hinge here is factory set, everything about it. The bottom axle here and the position of this hinge. So rather than guess where this is going to go back on, I recommend just get a pencil and draw around the hinge, and this will allow you to put this hinge back in exactly the same place. So again, we'll remove this bottom hinge. Now on this bottom hinge, we've got a really thick plate that sits behind, and it's a loose plate. So what I recommend is you take 2 bolts out of this plate, you spin the plate and you leave one bolt, put one bolt back in. Let's have a look. So I'll spin that around. So by putting one bolt back in, you actually hold the plate in place. So the hinge is off. So we've got top hinge removed, we've got bottom hinge removed, we've got front panel removed, we've got door removed. The only thing that's in our way now is this striker plate. We'll remove this. The good thing about our striker plate is we have this little silicone bung. So once we've loosened off the lock nut, if we turn this nice and slowly, the silicone bung holds our nut in place. I don't know how long that's taken me, it's probably less than 3 minutes, but I've just got the oven down to a width of 760 mil. If you want to get that a little bit further, we can do something to the oven. This stainless steel drip tray can be removed and we can get down to 725 and we will demonstrate that now for you. So first thing I do, if I want to strip this down, is we pull the door seal at the bottom and we expose the drip tray. Then we need a sharp knife, Stanley knife, and we have in here in this channel we have silicone. So the only thing I would say is if you are removing this drip tray, make sure you have on your van some heat-proof silicone. We use black at the factory, but if you've only got red, it's absolutely fine. So what we'll do, we'll cut the silicone. Let's just make sure. Should be okay. We will revert back to 8mm bolts. Underneath we've got 3 screws that we need to remove. Now what we've got to do here, guys, we've got to pull this away from the bottom, this drip tray, and this is hooked on. It's like overlapped. So all we'll do is get our palm of our hands inside the oven and we will lift the drip tray until it makes that noise, until it breaks. Yeah? We'll do that both sides and your panel will come away. Now rather than try to take this silicone off of the drain hose, we're going to put it in the letterbox so that we don't have to dismantle. So all we're going to do is shove the drip tray in there for now, and what we've got is 725mm. Now that is going to go through most doors in the UK. I would say 760 would be your standard door. The odd school back door or some old buildings allows you to get that back through and into the kitchen. And then to put it all back together, we'll do that just now. I'm going to demonstrate how we realign the oven door. I get asked this question a lot. We go to a few ovens where the door's leaking. It's a 2-second fix, and we're going to show you exactly how we do it. As you can see, the door's off at the moment. I'm just going to put that on, and we're going to show you the alignment process and how to get the oven to, or the door to seal exactly against this door seal. We've got a 45 kilo door here, so take care when you're lifting. This top hinge, I've had this hinge off and it's finger tight, only finger tight up the top there. I've not tightened it up at all. So here we go, let's get this put back together. So we have to engage the bush into the top hinge, and we will start by putting the top screw in just to hold it in place, and we'll shut the door. Okay, as you can see guys, this doesn't look right, does it? We're not level at the top. This line disappears and we're actually touching the steelwork at the top. That's not good. So first thing we need to do is we need to get the door level. We need to get this line even, and we need to get this level across the top. Now what I do, a little trick that I've learned over the years, is if we lift the door and close the door again, we get it pretty much somewhere near. Now remember, I'm only finger tight on these 3 bolts here. Well, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So with the 3 top bolts, because I'm quite happy with that, I'm going to nip these up on the top. Let's get them nice and tight. Like this. So what you've got effectively, your 3 bolts on the top are actually taking control of my alignment. Now I've got that nipped up nice and tight. Now the next thing, this is the most important piece. This is the door hinge pin. Engineers don't quite know where to set this, and it's really a simple process. Our door has a cam feature underneath, so it gets to a certain point and the door either wants to hold itself open or it wants to close itself. So in this position where it wants to naturally close itself, and bear in mind we didn't touch the bottom hinge, we didn't adjust that at all. But if we look down the side here, you will see that the glass is touching the door seal at this point. And all we need to do with this is match the pressure. And when I say match the pressure, I don't mean we need to hang off this and really squeeze it against the door seal. We literally, it's just touching at the bottom. So all we're going to do, we're going to push it towards and we're going to nip it up. And that is all you need to do. There's nothing more to it. So we can just check that now. And when I open the door, I can see daylight. As I close the door, the glass touches the seal exactly the same time and the same pressure, top and bottom. And that is how you do it.